All right, so here's a random fact that you may not have known. Apparently, you can only record for 10 minutes. I must have been a little long-winded on that one. So let's finish off this cylinder problem. Make it a full screen. Get that away. Okay, so we had up here our volume. We were down to the very end. We had 4x squared, y to the negative 3. And we said our height was this. And we had a volume of pi and 4x squared, y to the negative 3, going really fast because this is all in the other video. And then this we said was pi, 4 squared was 16, x squared squared is x to the 4th, y to the negative 3 squared is y to the negative 3 times 2, which is 6, times 6x squared y. We had even come to this next part where we multiplied that all together. 16 times 6 we said was 96 pi. We made x to the 4th times x squared. X to the 4 plus 2, which is 6. Y to the negative 6 times y to the 1st is negative 6 plus 1 is negative 5. And then we said we couldn't leave it like that. We got to make that y positive. So we leave the 96 pi on top. X to the 6 stays on top, y to the 5th goes to the bottom so that we can make it a positive exponent. And then we are done on that one. All right, volume of a sphere. The radius of this guy is 3x squared. Let's put that in here. And then the volume of the sphere is 4/3 times pi times r cubed. And yes, I had to Google that on my phone. I do not have that memorized. I do not find the volume of spheres that often. So here we go. We are going to plug in 3x squared for our radius. I've got 4/3. I've got pi. My radius is 3x squared. And we are going to cube that guy. So the first thing that we need to do is raise that 3x squared to the 3rd power. So we've got 4/3 pi, and then we've got 3 cubed, and then we've got x squared cubed. So I got 4/3 pi, 3 cubed is 3 times 3 times 3, so 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27, so that's going to be times 27. And over here I've got x squared raised to the 3rd power. We're going to multiply those guys, so that's x to the 6th. And we got a little bit of work here to do with our fractions, so 4/3 times 27. You can plug that into your calculator if you'd like, or I know that 3 goes into 27 9 times, so I'm going to reduce it that way. Now I've got 4 times 9 left on top. 4 times 9 is 36. I've got a pi, and I've got an x to the 6. And that's my final answer. All right, our next question is the volume of a rectangular prism is 81a to the 4th b cubed times c. And the base is 3ab squared c, find the height. So for a rectangular prism, our volume is the width times the length times the height. One of those could be the base. So let's say width times the base, let's call it base, instead of length, times height. We know the total volume is 81a to the 4th b cubed c. And we don't know the width. All right, sorry about that pause there. I had to get some water. So I think what this problem is saying is 81 a to the fourth b cubed c. That's my volume of the rectangular prism. The the area of the base then that's going to be your W times B, your width times length. So this is your formula, width times length times height. Sorry. And so the width times length, I think they're calling that our base. So they're saying the base, this whole guy here is the base. So that's going to be 3ab squared c. And that's going to be multiplied times our h. And we need to find that h. So in order to find h, we need to get rid of the 3ab squared c. So we're going to move these guys over to the other side. This problem's pretty challenging. Don't get too stressed out over it. If you don't understand it, feel free to come to tutorials, but I don't think you're going to see anything like this on your test, so don't stress too much out. Come talk to me. All right, so when I divide by this guy, the 3's will cancel, the a's cancel, the b squareds cancel, and the c's cancel, and I just have h left over. And then on the other side, I've got 81 divided by 3. That gives me 27. Now I've got a to the fourth divided by a. Remember, when we are dividing our bases, we're subtracting our exponents. 4 minus 1 would give us 3. We've got b to the b cubed divided by b squared. B to 3 minus 2 would just be b to the first. Again, you can write that 1 there, but we don't typically write it. If you have a 1 there, I won't take off points. And then finally, I've got c divided by c. That's c to the 1 minus 1. That's c to the 0. Anything to the 0 power is just 1. So c over c is just 1. We don't have any c's in our answer. So our final answer for this height is 27a cubed b. All right. And then our last problem is just rectangle. Finding the area of a rectangle. We know the area of a rectangle is length or height. So height times space or length times width. So let's do height times base. So base times height, height times base. We know the area of this guy is 10x to the 12th, y to the 21st. It says find the base. The height they gave is 2x to the 4th, y to the 14th, and then times the base. That's what we're trying to find is this base right here, which means we need to get anything that's not equal to the base, divide it off so that it'll go to the other side. All right, so for our base, I'm going to leave it over here this side, in case that's tripping you up. So again, 2 over 2 is 1, x to the 4th over x to the 4th is 1, y to the 14th over y to the 14th is 1. Those all cancel out, and all we're left with is b, which is what we're looking for. On our other side, we got 10 divided by 2, that's 5. When we divide our like bases, we're going to subtract our exponents. So x to the 12th minus 4 would be x to the 8th. Y to the 21st divided by y to the 14th is y to the 7. 21 minus 14 is 7. So that is it for your questions. Good luck with your homework. It's due tomorrow morning. Feel free to text or to send me an email with any questions. I'll do my best to answer it tonight. Have a good night.